Honourable members, I did indicate that I was making and amended what is on the order paper to read not later than 3:15 p.m. Majority Whip, please, if you could just take your seat now. Take your seat. Honourable members, I wish to make this communication relating to interruption of business. As the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury to make a public pronouncement of the budget policy highlights and revenue-raising measures for the national government each financial year. In this regard, and as communicated earlier this week, the Cabinet Secretary will be making this pronouncement shortly. Honourable members, you will observe that this activity is taking place earlier than has been in the previous years. This practice was adopted to allow the judiciary and Parliament to submit to the National Treasury their budget estimates earlier during election years to enable conclusion of budget matters before the National Assembly adjourns Senate year prior to a general election. Honourable members, before inviting the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury to make the proposed budget pronouncements for the financial year 2022-2023, I wish to recognize the other Cabinet Secretaries, Principal Secretaries, and members of the Diplomatic Corps, development partners, senior government officials, and other invited guests, and notably the Right Honourable Raila Odinga, who are seated in the Speaker's row. You are all welcome to the National Assembly. Now, therefore, honourable members, pursuant to the provisions of the same Section 40 of the PFM Act and the National Assembly Standing Orders 25A and 244C, I will now interrupt business of the House. Honourable Joshua Kutuni, it is disorderly to be communicating with a member from the other side of the aisle from your place. More particularly, yes. So, honourable members, let me repeat. Now, therefore, pursuant to the same provisions of Section 40 of the Public Finance Management Act of 2012 and the National Assembly Standing Orders 25A and 244C, I will now interrupt business of the House to allow the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury to make a public pronouncement of the budget policy highlights and propose revenue-raising measures for the national government for the financial year 2022-2023 and the medium term. Cabinet Secretary, please proceed to make your pronouncements. You're welcome.
Mr. Speaker, it's once again an immense privilege for me to present to this august House and the people of the Republic of Kenya the budget statement that highlights the budget policies and the revenue-raising measures for the financial year 2022-2023. The presentation of this statement is in fulfillment of the requirements of Section 40 of the Public Finance Management Act and the Standing Order number 241 of the National Assembly. Mr. Speaker, our partner states in the East African community have agreed that Kenya can proceed with the early presentation of the budget statement this month. This aligns the budget calendar with the timelines for the general elections scheduled for August 2022. Mr. Speaker, His Excellency the President Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta took office in 2013. At that time, the country had just completed implementation of the first medium-term plan of the Kenya Vision 2030 and was on the third year of implementation of the 2010 Constitution. During the first 5 years, his administration designed and implemented an economic transformation agenda under the second medium-term plan of Vision 2030. The agenda focused on five key pillars. 1, improving the business climate by maintaining macroeconomic stability, addressing security challenges, and reducing the cost of doing business. 2, closing the infrastructure gaps. 3, promoting investment in key sectors such as manufacturing, agriculture, and tourism.